The 47th ASEAN Summit 2025 is set to take place in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia from October 26 to 28, bringing together leaders from Southeast Asia and key global partners. The summit aims to address pressing regional and international issues, including economic recovery, security challenges, climate change, and diplomatic cooperation, under the theme of Inclusivity and Sustainability. The summit will feature representatives from all 10 ASEAN member states, along with dialogue partners and international guests, including US President Donald Trump and Japan's newly elected Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi. However, Thailand's Prime Minister will travel to Malaysia to sign a ceasefire deal with Cambodia, but will not be attending the ASEAN Summit following the death of the kingdom's Queen Mother, Sirikit, on Saturday. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi will not be present in person at the ASEAN Summit and will address the meeting virtually. Security has been ramped up across Kuala Lumpur ahead of planned protests against Trump's visit, particularly over his administration's stance on the Palestinian issue. Trump's participation in the ASEAN Summit is making headlines, as his scheduled talks with Russia have been shelved following the sanctions he imposed on Russia's oil industry. At the same time, his diplomatic relations with Canada are drawing attention as he declared no trade negotiations with Canada over the controversial anti-tariff advertisement. Trump is set to pursue trade negotiations with China and meet the newly elected Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi. He is also expected to seek China's assistance regarding the Russia-Ukraine war.
I'd love China to help us out with Russia. We put very big sanctions on Russia. I think those sanctions are going to be, they're very biting, they're very strong. But I'd like to see China help us out. I have a good relationship with, as you know, President Xi. Very good. We're going to be meeting. We'll have a good meeting. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a great meeting, maybe a great meeting. But I think we're going to do some good business. One of the things we'll talk about is the Russia-Ukraine. They're killing 7,000 people a week. Soldiers, mostly soldiers, and we'll certainly be talking about that. He'd like to see that end.
The agendas for the summit reflect ASEAN's commitment to regional stability and global engagement. Regional security will be a priority, focusing on territorial disputes in the South China Sea, defence cooperation, and counter-terrorism strategies. On the economic front, leaders aim to advance the ASEAN economic community, strengthen trade agreements, and foster digital economy initiatives for post-pandemic recovery. Climate change and sustainability will also be addressed, including environmental protection, renewable energy, and sustainable development programs. Additionally, public health and pandemic preparedness will be discussed to ensure coordinated responses and resilient healthcare systems.